Let's go. Here we go. All right, hold up, y'all. Hold up. All right, hold up. I don't know why my stuff looks limp. Looks bad. It looks bad. Here's how to cancel a subscription. I need to get a better web camera. So give me a second, guys. If anybody's in the building, give me a second. Let me share this out to the peeps. All right. Share this out to the peeps, and then we will begin. Okay? We will begin. It's already been 1:30. So we're going to share this real fast, real quick. We're going to give me a second here. Okay, give me a second. Yeah, I don't know why. Camera looks bad, dude. I need a new web camera. We need to make a conscious effort to get a new web camera. Give me a few shakes, and we're about to get into this live stream, because we're going to be talking about some stuff, man. Look, while y'all getting in the building, anyone that's in the building right now, do me a solid, do me a favor, or if you watch the re-air of this, do me a solid, do me a favor. Hit the subscription button, the notification bell, so it'll let you know when my next live stream or video goes down. Support the drive, support the movement, okay? You know, hook a brother out by sharing it with your friends, family, and followers. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. The like button is much needed. I really would appreciate it if you guys and gals share this with your friends, family, and followers. Okay, we're going to get into it. Give me a second here. Got 2 people in the building. That's nice. Alrighty, that's good. That's good in the hood. Alrighty, and then we'll do this one right here. Okay, we'll do that one as well. And let's go here for a second. Catch some people here. Okay. Hook a brother up. You know what I'm saying? How's everybody's Saturday, man? How's everybody's Saturday? Mine was all right. All right, so yeah, just give me a second here, guys. Give me a second. I want to really share this out, but you know what? Ain't no sense sharing this link on one platform, so just give me a second. Okay, it's been 4 minutes. God damn. All right, so yeah, we're going to have to. So let's get into this. All right. So I'm going to give you guys an update on the Kris Jenner, the Kardashians versus Blac Chyna. Okay. And give me a second, because I was going to try to do this a couple of days ago. But what I am going to do is catch you guys up if you've been living under a rock. Allow your boy to explain. First, let's get into the essence. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this discussion. And let's go into some details. Some wonderful, glorious details. Okay, so day one, on the Blac Chyna incident. All right. Blac Chyna versus the Kardashians. On day one, Kim Kardashian, not Kim Kardashian, Blac Chyna took the stand. I'm about to say stage, took the stand, and she was getting grilled tough, man. She was getting grilled real hard. She was getting grilled like a steak. All right. And they argued about her violent type, abusive type of relationship with her and Rob Kardashian. Talked about when she had a gun and treating a real gun like a toy, even though she said, quote, "There's no bullets in the gun." And I don't know if I don't know if Blac Chyna is a weapons specialist, but just because there's no bullets in the gun, no bullets in the chamber, don't necessarily mean there's not at least one bullet in the gun. But I digress. She said she was just playing around with the gun, treating a weapon, even if the weapon wasn't loaded. Let's just say hypothetically the weapon was not loaded. Still, you don't play with real live weapons, particularly, and I don't want to go to the point of, you have children around and maybe children will mimic and pick up different things that you're doing in your own household and think that's just the norm. Okay. They also went into Blac Chyna accusing the Kardashians of how they fumbled her bag, basically lied on her. And that's what canceled the show. Even though when she was getting grilled, the Kardashians' lawyer was grilling her like a filet mignon, but that's neither here nor there. And talk about, well, how can the show exist when you and Rob Kardashian are no longer together? All right. If you look at that show retrospect, I didn't see that show having a lot of legs. Even if they would have wound up in a longer relationship or getting married or whatever the case may be, I don't see this show running as long as the Kardashians. And it was all, and I can remember how they would advertise this show. They would advertise this show like it was an extension to Keeping Up with the Kardashians, even though it was on two different networks. All right. And I felt like in the early stages of the show, people were gravitating to the show, people that were fans of the Kardashians, people who were fans of the Jenners, would gravitate to the show because of Rob Kardashian. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, Blac Chyna, Blac Chyna is a former stripper who's at that particular time, she was like a social media influencer. She was just a hang owner. She would hang with the most popular stars in social media as well as in Hollywood, the CD type of actors and actresses or entertainers. And she would have her face in the place. But at that time, she was mainly recognized as a former stripper. She'd appeared in in a few music videos. And in the hip hop world, Kim Kardashian her name was iconic in the hip hop world. And I shouldn't use the word iconic, but when you mention Kim Kardashian, you would probably be more familiar with her in the hip hop culture versus and somewhat the social media culture, as well as you wouldn't really consider her as an entertainer, an actress, or a comedian, or whatever the case may be. All right. So she's accusing the Kardashians of fumbling her bag. Okay. And hold up for 1 second. Hold up. Okay. Well, I'm back. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. All right. So she's accusing the Kardashians of fumbling her bag. She had a possibility of making a lot of money, but the Kardashian the Kardashian lawyers, trying to say that 3 times fast, okay, is accusing her of, well, how would you still keep the show running even though your relationship at that particular time with Rob Kardashian was off? All right. So that was her reasoning behind that. Now, ever since then, Kim Kardashian has done several things beyond that show, which is she's really been known in social media on Instagram. She does TikTok, but she does OnlyFans, and she was trying to become a rapper. She got in. She got into music, even though the music side of things, people didn't really identify to her as a rapper or a musician, but she was trying out different things. Now, she also had a makeup line, a weave line. She was a model for Fashion Nova. So she was the type of individual people would say she's a jack of all trades, but a master of none. All right. And if you've been following her recently or keeping up to date with her recently, she basically got on social media like a couple of months back complaining that, she's broke, her cars are being repossessed, and she's not getting any spousal support with Tiger or Rob Kardashian, which they expose her on social media. They talk about how they're paying so much a month for child support, and they even watch the kids more than Blac Chyna. So that got her in. That didn't look good for her. As well as she's even before that, she let the world know that she signed an exclusive deal with Zeus Network. For what it's worth, I mean, Zeus Network is a wannabe VH1, a wannabe BET, MTV. It's a wannabe, all right? And she's got her own show on the Zeus Network. She also helped her mother get her own show as well on the Zeus Network. And, real talk, I don't know of anybody that is subscribed to the Zeus Network. And you can't even find 2 people in one room that even know about the Zeus Network or even subscribe to the Zeus Network. Hell, you'll be able to find 2 Eskimos in the same room before you can find 2 people that are subscribed to the Zeus Network. You'll be able to find 2 Jewish men before you can find 1 person that's subscribed to the Zeus Network. Okay, that's how obsolete the Zeus Network is. But any C, D, E, F, G type of star is going to be on the Zeus Network. If you got some type of name, the Zeus Network is going to pick you up. Hell, I have seen struggling YouTube bloggers move to the Zeus Network, okay? And look how that turned out for them, all right? It's not like the Zeus Network is promoting and advertising award-winning shows and this, that, and the third, but, it's reality TV. They're not going to be nominated for an award or anything like that. So she's now on Zeus, and I feel like that's struggling as well, even though in the beginning she was just happy to be on some type of network, and it's not working the way she was hoping it would work, because with the Zeus Network, you have to depend on subscribers buying into the whole network, the whole package, the whole enchilada. And I just don't think there's a lot of people that's into the Blac Chyna show on the Zeus Network, or even Tokyo Tony on the Zeus Network. I mean, I'm pretty sure they get their few scrapes here and there, but I don't think as far as if Blac Chyna was able to work out a deal with VH1 or MTV, even though I feel like cable networks are gone down the wayside. They're not as strong as they once was 10 years ago, or maybe even 20 years ago. Still, it speaks in volume if she could have gotten her show picked up from a traditional network than a struggling wannabe VH1 Zeus network. But I digress, and we'll keep moving on. So here we are, and she was crying day one, and she was crying and slobbering on day one, and she just day one, she looked real bad, publicity wise. Okay, she looked, real bad. Nobody wasn't too much feeling her. Nobody had too much sympathy for her, and all the stuff, all the accusations she was making in and out of the court, even the lawyers and the attorneys, and even public opinion. A lot of these issues Blac Chyna is going through, the only person that she need to be pointing the finger at is Blac Chyna, because Blac Chyna put herself in these situations. All right. Let's make sure that it looked like I'm looking down at y'all. I need to get a better situation with my laptop, and I need a better webcam. Okay. But nevertheless, I'm the best. Let's continue. All right. So day two was pretty interesting. Day two was pretty interesting. And I have it here, and we're going to read it. Okay. Kris Jenner testified. Kris Jenner testified at Blac Chyna's trial. She said she did not have any influence to her canceled show, which we just talked about a few seconds ago. All right. Blac Chyna is accused, she's basically implying that the Kardashians or Kris Jenner, okay, anyone from the Kardashian family, Kim included, Kanye maybe, was influenced VH1 to not carry her show, even though I felt like the Kardashians, if you want to consider it being wrong to Blac Chyna, is they pretty much allowed the Rob and Chyna show just be its own show. It's not an extension to Keeping Up with the Kardashians. If that's a crime, okay, they no longer advertised his show, Rob and Chyna's show, on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I think that's the worst the Kardashians did to Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian. All right. They promoted it a little bit on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They sort of had advertisements pairing the two shows together. But then after that, they just said, okay, here, you guys are on your own. Which, if you look at it from retrospect, and if you look at Rob Kardashian, and if you look at Blac Chyna, it's not like these two names, these two brands are on the same pedestal as the Kardashians. Even though I don't like the Kardashians, it's not like these guys are extremely talented. Like they had a viral video or anything like that. They have some success. They have some staying power. But if you put them in and package them in a show by themselves, they're going to struggle, because it's not like they're huge stars. Name one thing Rob Kardashian has done, okay, that you considered extremely entertaining, extremely talented, or extremely popular, other than marrying or having a baby or putting a baby in Blac Chyna. That's really all Rob Kardashian is known for, is basically having Blac Chyna as his baby mom. Okay. Got 4 people in the building. Could y'all please hit that like button? I really do appreciate it if you guys do. Okay. Anyway, that's all Rob Kardashian is known for. If you look at Blac Chyna, what Blac Chyna has done. All right. So you have 2 Z-list stars trying to promote trying to keep the lights on for the Rob and Chyna show. And you also have them no longer in a relationship, which, I think people were messy and they wanted to know what's going on in their relationship. But I don't think people were willing to go through a whole season 2 trying to figure it out. Okay. So that's what she accused. Blac Chyna is accusing Kris Jenner as well as the Kardashians of. Okay, and that's the reason why the show got canceled, even though that's further from the truth. Anyway, Kris Jenner took the stand for the second day in the $100 million defamation trial brought on by Blac Chyna. The the mother of Rob Kardashian. Chyna sued the Kardashian family in 2017, claiming they ruined her reality TV career, which further is from the truth. We just explained that recently. She was accusing Jenner, the grandmother of the Kardashians, and the grandmother of Dream. We all know Dream was created by Rob and Blac Chyna. Of being the ringleaders of a master plan to axe Chyna from airways because the famous family has a vendetta against her. Okay. Chyna, a model, an influencer, which we talked about that. Yes, she was, you want to call her a model. She did do some Fashion Nova promotional ads, but nothing. It wasn't like she was a model for other designers. Okay, so that's neither here nor there. Okay, if you want to call her an influencer, that's fine as well. The influencer whose real name is Angela White, which is funny when you hear about how Angela became Blac Chyna. Basically, she was a waitress. And one of the customers, a male customer name was Blac Chyna, but he spelled it, Black and China. And then Blac Chyna thought that was a great name. So she walked over to the customer and asked, can I use your name? Because I want to change my name from Angela White to Blac Chyna, which is another funny thing. Blac Chyna is not from China. Tokyo Tony is not from Tokyo. This is the daughter. This is the mother. And if you look at their names, they're from 2 different countries. Okay. But I just wanted to throw that out there. I just thought it was kind of funny. Okay. So Angela White says the Kardashians and the Jenners are responsible for her cancellation of season 2 of the former couple reality show Rob and Chyna, which aired on E for one season, 2016. But the Jenners say there was nothing, it had nothing to do with the cancellation because the show was never renewed. Okay, which is plausible. Like I said, I watched one episode of Rob and Chyna just to see what it was about, and I remember doing a video, and it's on this particular channel, and I gave you guys my review of it. And I'm not a huge fan of reality shows, but I just did not see how this was going to work. Okay. I didn't, and I'm not a reality show fan. When I speak to other people that are in this genre who like reality TV, they thought back then, Blac and Chyna wasn't really that popping. Okay. It had its moments, like when Chyna was yelling and screaming in the car at Rob Kardashian. And, they had several skits and things of that nature. I do feel like if this was on YouTube and Rob and Chyna had like a YouTube channel and they do pranks and reactions and things, they dumb things down, I think they would have some YouTube success, but I don't think it would have been like real success to where you should have your own reality show. And the reason why they even have a reality show in the first place It's not like E or VH1 or BET was knocking and banging the doors down for Rob Kardashian, okay, or for Blac Chyna. The only reason why they had this show in the first place is because of the success of the Keeping with the Kardashians, and how Keeping with the Kardashian television show was helping Rob and Chyna show, get up off the ground. But they did their part, and they allowed Rob and Chyna to grow organically by themselves. Okay, so that's basically what happened with both court proceedings. I have some more stuff to read. They had an opinion, and they didn't exercise. Jenner said. So basically, Jenner said that the producers, the executive producers, went to Kris Jenner and the Kardashians and asked them what they think about the show, and they just gave their honest opinion. Now, could their honest opinion derail Blac and Chyna? Let's just say hypothetically, the Kardashians didn't like it. Kris Jenner did not like it. Could it change the outcome of them having a season 2 just based on what they say? Or is it a combination on what they said, what the ratings were, and how much money they made off that show? I think it's a combination of A, B, C, and D. I just don't think it's just solely on what the Jenners and the Kardashians thought about the show. All right. They explaining it to the jury that her son, manager, she would have been privy to any notices coming from the network informing him as a talent. Okay. That's the series has been greenlit. That the series would have been greenlit for season 2. He never got back. He never got a letter. She said there was nothing to cancel. Okay, so basically, she's implying that the reason why the show was canceled is because VH1, E television, wherever these channels, even though I said it briefly, they just didn't greenlit it. They just felt like the show wasn't that good. Okay, because if the show was somewhat good, it probably would have gotten a season 2. Okay, but I watched one episode of it. I talked to other people. I even watched videos of other people reviewing the show. I have done my research. I Googled it, things of that nature. No one wasn't extremely pleased with the show. No one felt like this show had legs. No one thought that this show had a future. And the only reason why there's a show in the first place because of the Kardashian name. Okay. And that's the real reason why Rob Kardashian got the show in the first place. That's the real reason why Blac Chyna was included in this show, because it was linked to the Kardashians. Okay. So it's not like they gave them a show strictly because Rob Kardashian is this name in social media and in entertainment, and Blac Chyna is this woman that we have to make a show for. Okay, it was further from the truth. Okay, so Jenner was questioned at length about the violent fight that led the unraveling of her son and Chyna's relationship. At one point, while they were together, Chyna allegedly choked Kardashian. I remember this part. Kardashian with a phone. That's Rob with a phone cord. Then held a gun to his head. We talked about that early, which Chyna had described as a joke. I don't see how pointing a real gun, loaded or not, in somebody's head as a joke. But that's Blac Chyna. Blac Chyna is okay. When testified about this incident early this week, the altercation was the matter of essence that killed the couple's reality show. Now, that's something no one is not mentioning on YouTube or on social media. And after reading that, they feel like the real reason why this show was canceled in the first place is the simple fact that because of the fact that of the other incidents and their toxic, violent relationship. Okay. And they just didn't want to promote that. And that was 2017, folks. All right. If you look at what's going on today, if you look at what's being said in the trial with the guy who do Pirate of the Caribbean, can't think of his name right now, and Amber Heard, whatever her name is, they're talking about their toxic relationship and how their toxic relationship killed his livelihood in Hollywood. Nobody wants to do anything with him. They don't want to star him in any movies or anything like that. I forgot the guy's name, but it just give me a few seconds. It'll come to me. Anyway, the testimony, that's what Jenner said in her testimony. All right. During the testimony, Jenner recalled being very upset and horrified and had a horrifying moment that the Kardashians were crying in the aftermath of these issues. And it was heartbreaking, Jenner said, of the situation between her son and Chyna. I can't imagine I can't imagine how that must feel to have a gun pointed to your head. Jenner also testified Chyna threw a chair at Kardashian's car when they tried to drive away after the fight. The Kardashians told Chyna had hit him with a metal pole. Ooh, I ain't know nothing about that. When asked about contacting law enforcement, Jenner said she did not call the police because they felt if the fight escalated, her personal security could have handled things, and they didn't want to call the cops on Chyna because they were trying to figure it out as a family. Okay. Jenner cried on the stand explaining the gun incident. Okay, so it's just pretty much going back and forth. Kardashian. Okay. Oh, here's something good. Jenner cried on the stand when explaining that the gun incident between her son and Blac Chyna occurred just 2 months after her daughter, Kim Kardashian, in Paris got robbed, where she was held up at gunpoint and tied up with duct tape in her hotel room at 2016 to have. Yeah, I remember that as well too. So, basically, what's done transpired and what we have read was a combination of things why this show never seen a season 2. But I feel like the biggest two things why this show wasn't renewed or greenlit for season 2 was one, I don't think the ratings were there for this show to have a season 2. Okay. And they just wanted to cut their losses off. They just want to cut their losses right then and there. 2, the network didn't want to have a promoting a show, and you hear these incidents about violence, and then you hear these episodes. Man, I need to change that view of my camera, man. I just don't like that view. All right, so basically, Yeah, I can't do anything about it. Sorry, can't do nothing about it. Next time I'll do better. I'll do better. Okay, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I felt like and their toxic relationship. They had a very toxic, violent type of relationship, and they just felt like I'm pretty sure the network felt like, look, that's we don't want to promote that. Plus, it's not like this show is getting hellified views, and I'm pretty sure later on in day 3, they're going to talk about the finances of the show, how much the show cost. Okay. They're going to talk about the ratings, the ratings of this show. How good the ratings were on this show. And they're also going to be talking about advertisers pulling away their ads because of the alleged incidents surrounding Rob and Blac Chyna. And it wasn't, and after watching a couple of episodes, you can just clearly tell this was not a family-friendly show. It's not like this show was going to be on Disney Plus, okay? It just wasn't, okay? So you're going to be hearing all of this stuff at a later time and at a later date, okay? I do also, when leaving the court proceedings, the lawyers, they jump into their foreign vehicles and their German vehicles. Some of them had drivers that opened the door for the Kardashians, the Jenners, the attorneys. Okay. But with Blac Chyna, it was kind of funny and kind of interesting. Blac Chyna jumped in a black 4-door Tesla. The driver didn't even get out the car to open the door for her. Some guy, might be a random stranger, just hopped out the car, opened the door, allowed Blac Chyna to come in, to go in. He had a bag. Maybe they stopped off at a fast food restaurant or something. And he did a couple of smiles and this, that, and the third, and he just hopped right back in to the vehicle. And I thought that was interesting. Okay, very interesting. So I feel like as the trial moves forward, you're going to start hearing someone from a former someone or someone still working at that network talk about it was hard to promote this show to advertisers. The ratings, even though the first couple of episodes, the ratings were through the roof, but then after that, they just tailed down. And also the fact that the Kardashians just pulled as far extending an olive branch or extending a hand to make this show popular. The fans who were fans of Keeping Up the Kardashians, they just went back to just watching Keeping with the Kardashians, okay? Because it wasn't really a spinoff or an extension to Keeping with the Kardashians. The only thing Kardashian related to this show was Rob Kardashian, which when you look at the show itself, it just said Rob and Chyna. They didn't even use the Kardashian name, okay? And I don't know if that was part of, that's what Rob Kardashian wanted to do, or that's what the Kardashian clan wanted to do. You just don't know. So I just felt like this show didn't have the legs to do it on its own. Plus, you have to also think back to 2017. What other things were popping? Okay, what other things that were going on? It wasn't like this. There was other shows that were. There were other shows that had the longevity. There were other shows that were popping. Okay. So I felt like a lot of people gravitated to those shows. It wasn't like, these everyone wanted to come see Rob and Chyna. All right. And I said earlier in this live stream, I just didn't feel Rob Kardashian. It's not like Rob Kardashian had a name in social media. It wasn't like Rob Kardashian was like had the same status as a Kim Kardashian or a Khloe Kardashian. Okay. And I feel like Blac Chyna, even though she's relevant in when it comes to strip clubs and music videos and things of that nature, Fashion Nova, she had her own makeup line. But a lot of sisters told me that even her own makeup line was sort of generic. Okay. At one point she was doing weave and she had her own weave line. But it's not like that. It was a stream of income of importance. All right. And yes, she did have OnlyFans, but when you think about it, I don't think that OnlyFans was popping. Okay. It wasn't like her OnlyFans was generating millions upon millions of dollars. And that kind of explained, I feel like it was like 3 or 4 months ago, how she took to social media. She took to Twitter and talked about how Tiger and Rob Kardashian is not supporting her financially. She had to let go of some of her cars because she couldn't afford none of her cars. And to be perfectly honest, when you don't have a huge revenue stream, or if your brand isn't popping like that, then you need to downsize a little bit. Blac Chyna just tried to stay consistent and keep that status and keep that clout for as long as she could, and she no longer can. Even though there's a lot of things that have happened along the way, she's got a show on the Zeus Network, and like I told you guys, I don't think a lot of people gravitate to the Zeus Network. Okay, I just think that I feel sorry for her. But, I feel like as this trial goes on and on, I don't think she's going to get $100 million. I can possibly see her probably settling out of court. But at this point, why would the Kardashians settle with her when everything is not going her favor? Unless she got some news that has not been discovered yet. Unless she's got a video or a photo of Rob Kardashian doing something illegal or whatnot, or unless she got documents proving that the Kardashians and the Jenners were conspiring against her to cancel her show, I don't know what else she can say or do in that courtroom. And it's just my opinion. But that's all I got on Blac Chyna. I would go into some other things, but I prefer to talk about those other subjects at a later date. I should have talked about the subject I have in my mind. I should have talked about that first before I talk about the Kardashian. But I kind of want to keep keeping up with the Kardashians. I want to keep up with the Kardashians versus Blac Chyna defamation court. So I did 2 days in one live stream. I was hoping people would want to comment. Guess no one wants to comment, and it's all good in the hood. I mean, you do you. That's all I can say. Just do you. But I'm done talking about it. And hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. It's hard to talk and do this at the same time. Okay, so while we got a little time, I kind of want to make this an hour. So if we got 15 minutes, I got 15 minutes to burn, 15 minutes to kill. First, I'd like to tell you guys, if you subscribe to my channel, I really do appreciate it. It comes from the bottom of my heart if you guys do this. Whenever I do a live stream or any type of video, could you please do your boy a favor? Can you do your boy a solid? Hit the like button, hit the notification bell, share this content with your friends, family, and followers. And if you want to support the channel even further, hit the join membership button. Members get cool things like bright, shiny emotes and badges and things of that nature. I'm going to be upgrading a lot of that stuff in the coming weeks, so be on the lookout for that. Also be on the lookout for a couple of videos I'm going to have downloaded this week. I'm going to have one video, stories from retail. I'm going to have that one uploaded Monday. And then I'm going to have another video sometime later on this week. And I'm going to have live streams in between that. So in the meantime, in between time, you do your thing and I'm going to do mine. And yeah, that's just support the channel. You know, if you down with anything I do, just support the channel. That's all I want you guys to do. Support the channel. You want to support the channel even further, you know, just hit the join membership button, and that will help me with the Don Squad movement. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. All I gotta say. I would love to have some comments in the comment section, but you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. But hope everyone enjoyed this presentation, this live stream. And I will see you guys on the next one. Like I said, wasn't a whole lot to talk about, but I did catch you guys up on the Blac Chyna news. And like I said, I'm going to see you guys later. And peace out. And be on the lookout next week. I'm going to have some videos for you guys. I'll see you guys later. I'm up out of here. Deuces. And hopefully when I come back, this angle will be a whole lot better. This angle will be a hell of a lot better. I like this angle, but the only problem I have with this angle is I gotta bend like this, because if I stand up like this, that's gonna look bad. So yeah, we might have to keep this angle. All right, so I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces, 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 deuces.